Alright, hello everybody! So, as you can see, I have Final Fantasy 13-2 popped up here. But here's where I'm going to be a little interesting. I am going to be completing this whole game while it is randomized. Now, well, technically, I shouldn't have access to these specific things, but thanks to the power of modding, I can give myself access to the console DLCs. Now, one fun thing about the console DLCs is, and thanks also to this randomizer, when you choose your settings for the randomizer, right, as you can see here, you are allowed to choose to allow the DLCs locations on the Historia Crux to be randomized into the location pools. I'm going to show you exactly what I got. So yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, we got access to that location. So as you can see, we have access to 4 locations. The Russia Ruins 100 AF. I have to do it like this because, or else I won't be able to actually access them. We have the Academia 400 AF and the Academia 4XX AF. And I've made it to where I have the Facto of Baldham 3AF. Because there is an option to set it to where you at least have new Baldham to make it to where you don't end up having to reset or get soft locked. So, Nude by Him is going to give me access to new locations. Special Ruins will not. Academia 4XX will, along with Academia 400 AF. Now, to make this a little interesting, which is what I like, we are going to start off in the Academia 4XX. Which I can tell I need to change my settings to show the on-screen explanations to be controller type. Oh, and also as you can see here, I made it to where they both do start with 10,000 CP. Because in case you guys don't know exactly what is up with these other two, with some of these locations, I can pretty much get effed up in these beginning locations. So it's why I have it to where, as you can see here, they have access to every single class right out of the gate. Which I wish one of my other mods worked. I could probably still make it work. I probably just have to quit out of this to make it work. But pretty much no matter what, the way I'm doing it is Sarah is definitely going to be a heavy magic, while Noel is definitely going to be a heavy tank. So Noel is going to be built around actually in taking hits. So most of his stat increases are going to be to his attack and the health. While for Sarah, I'm gonna make sure she still gets a bit of that health, but her main focus is to be magic. So she is going to be set up as my main Saboteur and Ravager. While for Noel, because he's also going to have the high HP, he essentially going to be built as the Sentinel and Synergist. And as you can tell, I didn't really say anything for Commando and Medic. That is because those two, I have in mind unique monsters for those specific roles. Because by getting these specific monsters, especially with them being like late bloomers, which I'll show you exactly what I mean once we get a monster. But one of the other things we're going to be doing is I will be collecting everything in the game. That also includes monsters, even though the monsters I will be disabling them into something else. Which is, what I mean by that is I'll be fusing them into another monster to build up skills on that monster of what I want on that specific monster. So let me at least do this. Yeah. I'm still gonna be following like a unique thing here for this. Just for working specifically on the unique skills. I did not mean to do that with her Sentinel, but that's fine because that's what I was gonna do anyway. Since again, she is a heavy magic build. So all the big nodes are all gonna be Ravager. You also notice as well, they only have a level 2 ATB gauge on both. They're both gonna have an ATB gauge of level 2. And of course, we will be changing that as we go. It will be increasing as we go. Which is why I made sure with this kind of setup. I think I did slightly mess her thing up. Yeah. I did slightly mess her thing up, but that is fine. Because it's supposed to kind of look like this. But that's fine. Again, that's fine. Um... So like, for example, this is where we're going to do this part right here. Okay. And then now... Still do it like that. So that's as far as that goes. Just do that. And then this will change. So now the rest of the way, we're going to be doing it with the Saboteur. Now, with Noel here, again, the goal is to have him mostly be a tank. So the way that I'm going to do this is, but it'll work the way it is. Alright then. But either way, his main focus is definitely going to be more on the heavy side. On the physical side. So all big nodes, we definitely want to set it up as a physical attack for right now. That high. Okay, now we're gonna boost up his Sentinel now for the rest of the way. There we go. He's got his mini guard, which is what I mostly wanted him to have anyway. He has Ravenge. And also access to Blizzard. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're still on the right track there. Nice. Okay, so again, we're gonna do another ATB gauge. So now they both have 4. No. So that's my main thing on this one. I want to get that HP increase on him. Because how it'll work is on even is when he actually gets that Sentinel bonus of increased health. That's as far as I go for him. Okay. Yeah, for me, I like to go through everything. I'm sorry. I've forgotten I start with those. Okay. And yeah, I also have it to where I have all of their unique outfits. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start right here at the Academia for XX. Oh, it sure took a while to load. So what I'm going to be doing is, because I have a feeling there's a couple of you that want to actually be able to see the cutscenes, I'm going to show the cutscenes in order.
Let's check it out. After all said and done, you handled the proto-fal'Cie pretty well. What did you do to it anyway?
I sort of have an idea of what happened, but I can't really explain it. It was more of a hunch, really.
A hunch. Well, we won, and that's what matters, I guess.
Yeah, our main goal for coming to this location pretty early is having access to Chocolina.
Welcome, get the beauty's all this might be a hi there.
Because by being able to come to Chocolina early, I am able to get these items. Which are gonna help out really much. Like, good amount.
Have a fantastic.
Since they increase mostly because with these equipment, right? Diva's gift moderately increase the odds of obtaining items after battle. So that will be really helpful later on anyway. Because by having it to where I'm increasing the odds of attaining items. Items that would normally be a little bit on the E side, we will be able to. Now, the other reason I wanted to do this too is when you have a the Diva's microphone and the Diva's headphones on the same character, you can see right there, they also gain a passive ability for item collector. So that will increase the odds of attaining rare items after battle. And then the Goddess's Gospel 2 moderately increases skill earned after battle.
I hear academia. You can do I'm magical too. I can even prove it.
Now, if we go back to the accessories, so now you see on how they have the delicates. Right? So the delicates make it to where they're a weaker effect of the regular ones. The only one that ends up being an increase is the durable Stiltskin's Diary, where the weak spot min becomes regular weak spot, where increases damage of attacks at targeted enemies' vulnerability. This slightly increases damage. Also, it has a magic plus 5%, while the durable changes it to a magic plus 9%. And I'm surprised my more unique weapons aren't here.
Thank you, and
But we're actually gonna go ahead and start looking around here.
Nice to see you.
Cause
No transmission issues.
I want that.
while I could just transfer to the Academia for 100 and just do all that, I'm actually gonna do what checks I can here.
Where are you going?
Because normally whatever check you can find in the other locations, the other time periods of the same location, the items are still the same, no matter what. Ooh, Calm Gate Seal already? Okay, so Archlight has 3 unique important checks. So that is the one unique thing about these gate seals. They actually tell you where important checks are. So in this case, Archlight, which you normally can't get to anyway, which is usually in a not until you get to the Sunlit 300 AF. As soon as I have access to Archlight, I can tell you now, I'm going to be looking for those 3 important checks. Now, what counts as important checks for this? It is other gate seals. So, like for example, the Calm Gate seal. They could also be the like for example, the artifacts we need. So it could be the artifacts. It could also be the items necessary for the side missions. So based on how it's telling us, there are 3 important checks in Archlight. That is telling us Archlight has 3 items that are necessary for, I would say, story progression. Because sometimes some of these important checks, you have to find them in order to get to these other items. So that's usually how the important checks are. So, like, for example, what I'm trying to do right now is I am trying to find the fragments. Because by finding these fragments, for the free CP, mind you, it will allow us to be able to get some more levels on our classes, to where I might even be able to do another increase and be able to equip more accessories. Because you saw on how it was like 65. I mean, 35 on each, right? For each accessory. So what I have to do there is, if I want to be able to equip both accessories I want on just her,
Where to now? Let's check it out.
sorry. So we're gonna keep going, right? So we're hearing that. I need to make it to where she's able to hold 75. And in order to reliably do so, I need to find enough CP to get another level. Well, not one, but I would say 2 levels. And yeah, it's also gonna show where like accessories are. So while accessories aren't really important checks,
Where am
I still need to do them anyway.
I? Oh my!
Since by doing all the checks, we're making sure there is nothing missing. Because if we don't make sure nothing's missing, then we're actually doing a very good job of it. Which, I'm not a little curious. Is there a way to actually track this? Because that was something I should have done beforehand.
That place looks fun. Over here!
Hold on.
Wait for me! Over here!
Well then.
Need to.
What is this place?
Give me a sec, guys. I'm doing some stuff here. Mostly because I want to see if this does work. So if I can make this at least work, then it should at least be able to help me track things a little easier. Now it doesn't look like it does. Does not. You might still hold on to that though for later uses.
It would be so cool if a bunch of monsters came.
I don't want to go straight home. The view from the academy rooftop is so incredible. Everything's fine.
The thing about this though is it really doesn't. Doesn't really help. I wish there was a way to actually track this stuff, but sadly there isn't.
The numbers seem accurate. The view from the academy rooftop is so incredible.
What is it?
It does not tell me how this is supposed to work. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, so yeah, it really doesn't look like there's a tracker for this. So I really will have to do all of this by hand. Just to make sure I got everything.
All clear. Well, it's almost time to pick them up from school.
Yeah, there will be a few things we won't be able to grab. Mostly because I don't have the necessary kit. I will say. For it. which is access to the Moogle sense. But it's fine. Well, Moogle sense and Moogle throw don't really have access to those.
Where am I? I'm back here again.
Alright, so as you can see, we are now in the shopping district.
Which restaurant she's running?
Some are friendly, others are shy. There are a few with an attitude.
Now, there is something I want to check. See if this is working. If this might work. Because I can tell you now, I realize look at this, especially for one unique thing. Okay, so this still works. Because I can tell you now, I do suck at this. Mostly because there is a, like this right here. Pick a hand. Left, right. Sometimes I don't know. That is a lot of money, though. Looking at it. Oh, yep. So yeah, you see now we got an item there, right? Now, here's the unique thing for this. Hold on. You see we got an item here. Ooh. A hometown one. Okay, so Orbia 400 AF has 0 unique important checks and 3 shared with other time periods. So this tells you right here that Orbia 400 doesn't have any important checks that are unique to that specific timeline. While it does have 3 that are shared with the other time periods of Orba. So, when I do move on to Orba, alright, I find all the checks, we'll be seeing all the checks that are unique, that are split for those unique paths. Yeah, I really should have been working on her Saboteur. Because her Saboteur... Okay, she will at least get the magic increases on the last 3. But sadly, this one and this one, she will be getting strength increases. Sadly. since how it works is for her, odd is what she mostly needs. Not evens. Odds. Because I wasn't paying that much attention to what was needed. I messed up. Stuck my A. Yeah. Okay. But what is a little unique here too is that for this brain blast, because I'm gonna tell you now this too, there are 3 others, and each of them can be done 3 times. Meaning this one we're able to do 2 more, but I am gonna hold it off here. I did end up wasting a decent amount of you guys' time earlier trying to look up for something, but in the next part, I will have that all fixed. We will just be able to continue going as we go. So, I thank you all. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, no matter what time of day it is. Either a morning, day, evening, or night. And see you all in the next part.